Good morning, everyone. So it took a while for it to go live. And of course, I got an error message that said we
Technology.
didn't go live. Oh, but I see it on Instagram, so I think we are live. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is the Profitable Interior Designer broadcast. I am Nancy Quinn, and I am here with my associate business coach and luxury interior designer, Lesley Myrick. Good morning, Lesley.
Good morning, Nancy. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. So far, the tech is working this morning, though. We had some full moon issues this week, like I know a lot of people had.
Retrograde or full moon or the tides, I don't know. Or
whatever they call it. But today, we're here now. So let's talk about how we source questions from you guys on how to help, things that you're struggling with to run your interior design business profitably. And this question came in from... Where'd it come in from?
That's a good question. I am not looking at the right tab. I forgot that part. I got it now. This question is from Megan. She was asking, what's the one move I can make in the next 30 days to attract more dream clients?
Okay, so this is something that's been a pet peeve of mine lately because I got an email from one of my old coaches that really explained beautifully, which then I tried to explain to our clients, that it's like you're always running two businesses when you are low on money, right? You're trying to bring money in immediately in the next 30 days because you have to pay your bills and you want to pay yourself. And then you also have to run the long game, which is how to sustain your business. Yeah. And I recently was looking at statistics on how long, how they used to say 50% of businesses go out of business in a certain amount of years. Yep. But it's literally true that basically after 5 years, was it 5 or 10? Only 30% of businesses.
10 years. We did this the other day with one of our Profit Insiders groups. Yeah, I think after 10 years, only 35% are still in business.
Can you imagine only 35%? I forgot to turn my light on. I'm dark. But anyway, so that's where we come in, right? It's like, you don't want to be one of those statistics and be one of those businesses that went 65% go out of business by year 10. Unless you want to go out of business because you're retiring or you're just trying something new. That's different. So you're running this short game and long game simultaneously, bringing in business quickly when you're low on money, but also building your pipeline for steady flow of traffic to your company on a long-term basis. So today we're going to talk about the short game, how to attract interior design clients in 30 days. I will tell you, it's not easy. That's why we jump up and down and tell everybody you have to be consistent with your marketing. If you've fallen down or haven't started on your marketing or haven't started, it's like starting a bicycle from scratch. It takes a lot of effort to get the consistency and the volume of visibility that you want in order to bring new people into your business. So you really have to start focusing on local business. As an interior designer, you are local businesses for the most part. Some of you who do design only and you do it nationally or internationally, but most of you are local businesses. So tell them one way they can start kicking up business locally.
Yes. So the umbrella is you got to focus on local marketing. If you want clients in the next month, you got to meet human beings. So ideas that we have for you: post on your personal Facebook profile and add more friends. People hate this tip, Nancy. People push back on us all the time, but your personal Facebook page has the most reach of anything on Facebook. We all know business pages and groups, just no one sees anything there. When you can add friends, when you can interact with people and comment, you'd be surprised. There are people in your world who have no idea what you do.
Yes. They have no idea. And I tell this story in our Profit Insider Academy groups that when I was an art consultant, I'm 10 years as an art consultant, and I posted on my personal Facebook profile how I was helping somebody with a family photo wall. And it was so exciting. We were literally helping them go through the boxes of old photos and laying it out and setting up the whole wall. My sister saw me post that on my Facebook personal profile and said, I didn't know you did family photo walls. And now
she's sister.
I know. I mean, I'm like, I've been an art consultant for 10 years. You didn't know I did family photo walls, but of course she wouldn't know that. I don't talk about the specifics of my business back then because I didn't realize that it would attract and inform people about what I could do for them. So attract and inform. I just came up with that off the top of my head. It's exactly what you want to try to do by using your personal Facebook profile to attract. So I know old school, I'm there. It's like, it's friends only, close friends. And I post about my personal life. So I don't want anyone to know anything about me. It's business. So I will not use my personal Facebook profile, but your personal profile has a bigger reach than any other social media that you have.
And you can control the visibility of posts. You don't have to show everybody everything. You can make these posts public, but you can keep photos of your kids private. Like there are privacy settings that you can work with here.
Yes, but we do find if it's something you've never used before and you start using it and then you optimize your personal profile to look like the professional you are, that you are an interior designer, what you do for a living, and you start posting a lot of behind the scenes or knowledge or excitement about what you do, it notifies people in your network that you are a designer and they see it regularly. So that adds to the 18 to 20 times somebody needs to see you before they hire you. Okay.
I've heard that number is up in the 70s now. Like it
what's
has
up to the 70s?
Number of interactions, number of times people need to see you before they hire. That number has like 10x'd into like, it's like 70 something times now, according to the internet.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So I might have to update my statistics. So think about if someone has a need for an interior designer, or they think they might want to hire an interior designer. And now they see you once, then they see you twice they see you on Instagram, then they see your personal Facebook profile with another post. Oh my God, look at this amazing fabric. I can't wait to use it in a client's home. They'll be like, what is she talking about or he talking about? They go look at your profile and they see that you're an interior designer.
Yeah.
When you go into Facebook groups in your neighborhood, those neighborhood groups like for moms or for dads or for just events in your neighborhood, you go in there and you start socializing, not spamming people, not saying, do you need me? Not being salesy, just being interactive. People will start looking at your profile. And again, they'll see you're a designer and it just increases your visibility. So that's tip number one. I give it to everybody. If you're not using your personal Facebook profile to extend your marketing network, in my opinion, you're making a huge mistake. It's free.
Yep.
Free. Okay. All right. What's tip number two, Lesley?
All right. When you are on social media, tag and interact with local stores, restaurants, and businesses.
Tell them how you do that.
So say there's a cafe, a coffee shop I went and I worked in or met a friend for coffee. I will take a little picture. You know, I'm still doing the latte photos. I think it's cute. Tag the local shop, like write a little note. Had a great coffee meeting with so-and-so at X coffee shop. Things that show that you are out and about in the community. And you'd be surprised. So many businesses, restaurants, coffee shops, furniture stores,
hairdressers, nail salons.
They will repost your stuff. You are getting free access to their audience very often. And this is organic and genuine. And you are just saying, I was at this place and I liked it. I enjoyed this thing. I did this thing here. Hey, this is amazing. I didn't know this restaurant was here. It was delicious. So, and these are things that sound like, I think at first they can sound kind of frivolous and silly. Like, well, I'm just going to post about my coffee. Like, yeah, because there are other people in your area that go to that coffee shop that don't know you and go, oh, I didn't know there was a designer here. I'm going to follow her. She looks really cool. This is just how you slowly start to get known in your community. That's the digital side of it. The other side of it, and Nancy, this is advice you gave me when you were my coach about 10 years ago that I was annoyed by because I'm an introvert and I don't want to. But I know, it's the reality. You got to get out from behind your desk and actually talk to people. The social, the digital has to happen without a doubt. We are not downplaying the power of your social media network, but you got to get your butt out of your chair and go talk to some human beings and be friendly. Tip from an introvert, I find something on their outfit to compliment. Always. That's my icebreaker. Oh my gosh, I love those earrings. I used that at a networking event a few weeks ago, had a 30-minute conversation with this woman. We're following each other on Instagram now. And it was just because I said, I liked her earrings. I never know how to introduce myself to people. So I feel like a compliment's a good way to do it. But
compliments is a great way to do it. And just as an added tip, if you wear something that stands out, which you normally do, it gives the person an opportunity to comment on something cool that you're wearing. And it helps other people break the ice too. Because if you think you're the only one nervous at a networking event, you are wrong. Pretty much everyone has a little bit of the jitters entering a networking event. Even the people running it, or especially the people running it, hopefully it's going to be a success in their eyes. So we teach tons of networking tips in our academy, but Lesley just gave you a great one. Enter, find someone to compliment, and it starts a conversation. Okay. And the last thing we want to talk about is to kick up in the next 30 days. Sometimes you have to offer different service models. More moderate service model, something more reasonably priced. Now, does that mean I want you discounting your full service design? No. If you're getting a full service design project and it's meant to be full service, I am not looking for you to lower your price, reduce your price, or anything like that. I'm talking about listening for the opportunity for possibly a different service model, designer for a day. Like, we actually had 2 people buy the designer for a day contracts in the last 24 hours, which is showing me that designer for a day might be a little popular right now with what's going on in the economy, because it's a quick way for people to satisfy their design needs. And it is a quick way for you to make some money, because it's meant to be a one-day service, right?
Yeah.
And a premium service. So you can make a little bit more money for your time, but you're giving up money for product with that particular service model. But that would be the third tip. So we gave tip number 1, use your personal profile on Facebook to get a greater reach. Number 2, get out from behind your computer and start talking to people, join networking events, go to networking events, go to coffee shops, go and talk to stores and places that have the same ideal client as you have, because talking to people is what's going to get you business, creating relationships. And then third tip was maybe create another service model that you feel could be something that your people would need, you would want in your area. And offer that regularly, as opposed to trying to constantly push a higher ticket item like full service design. Like, you can't convince somebody to work with you. And if you do, it's going to be a relationship that falls apart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? It's just like trying to convince somebody to marry you or to go out with you, right? It's not going to work out if you're convincing them. It's going to have issues. So it's the same with your relationships with your clients. You're trying to force yourself to be a service provider for them when they don't really need you. That's not going to work out. So anything that we missed, Lesley?
No, and well, a little thing I wanted to mention. So the lower cost options, like designer for a day. We also talk about one called designer on call, which would just be a prepaid block of hours. Those are services I offer, but I don't list them publicly. You could, you don't have to. And I say that because what I really want to attract are the high-end, full-service, multi-room, big unicorn projects. So my website, public-facing, we talk about full service and consultations. That's it right now. However, I will get people inquiring that are still very interested. They think the full service is beyond what they want, and they're probably right. But on the phone, I'm able to say, you know what? I think you'd actually be a great fit for another option. I don't list this publicly because it really has to be the right fit with me and the client, but I think you're perfect for designer for a day. Here's what that looks like. It makes it feel a bit more exclusive too.
Yes. Do you do that over the phone or once you're in the paid consult?
It depends on what I'm reading from the client,
Okay.
but that's often I just do the phone. I mean, I'm so like old. Like, no one does the phone. Like, this is the phone thing now. Anyway,
I know. And you can tell how old we are by
I'm gonna hang up my rotary phone on the wall and then call my client back.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, you don't have to put this out there and suddenly make it look like all you do are little projects. We get it. Like, there's a slump right now. It's real. There are still the big, great projects out there. Yes. But what I'm finding is that more like middle market they're holding back right now. And the people that want design work have a lot less they're prepared to invest because of a lot of uncertainties right now. So like I said, I don't make these offerings publicly known. You certainly can. We've had great success with designers posting, hey, I have an opening next Friday for a designer for a day. Here's what it is. You want in? Here's the link. Like, there's totally ways you can push this publicly, but it's also okay to use it as kind of like a secret. Hey, client, I think you're actually a great fit for this service. I don't even share it publicly because it has to be a great fit. And I think you're perfect for this.
Yes.
And sell it that way too.
And I think that's smart because you only want full service. But I'm going to address something that some people might be thinking as they're hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I only say I do full service, no one's going to fill out my contact form and actually come through. But I'm going to push back on that because that's just not true. When you get really excellent at your messaging and you get really well known for your knowledge and what you do well, people are going to go, I know you only work full service design and mine might not qualify, but I really like your work and I wanted to talk to you.
I had that exact thing happen earlier this week. I had a call a couple days ago, and when the client filled out the form, I know I don't meet your minimum project requirements. And if this, if it's not a fit, let me know. We can cancel the call, but I'd love to talk to you. And she was a perfect designer for a day fit.
Yes.
So
yes. And it's interesting, right? Because I get the same thing. I'm not an interior designer, but I still need coaching, and you're very clear in your messaging. And I was just hoping maybe you can help me. Yet I only promote to interior designers, right? So it shows you that when you are messaging well, people are going to come to you. And then you get to decide whether you're offering them something, whether you actually can help them or whether you can't. And if you're always honest and authentic and try not to push services that people don't really need, you're going to get a reputation for that, and a good reputation, that you're not just a slimy salesperson, which I hate. I mean, I've left dentists because they're trying to sell me shit that I don't need. Just do what I came here for and don't try to sell me extra stuff. And I then refer tons of people to somebody who is not just trying to be icky and salesy. Now, I and you teach people how to maximize their sales and how to maximize their profitability. There are ways to do that without being icky.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So if you are struggling with growing your interior design business, I was thinking this morning, I wanted to do a live because we can teach you sales, marketing, systems, etc. We can teach you how to do a lot of things. But what we're really looking to teach you is how to get the confidence to trust your own decisions and understand how to make decisions and in what order to make sure your business is always safe from demise, so to speak, right? That you're not looking at shutting down because you're not making enough money, or you're miserable, so you're looking to bail, or you're not sure that you are meant to be a business owner, right? I hear this all the time. So it's not about the individual things that we can teach you. It's about us ensuring that you are gaining the confidence to make good decisions for your design firm, and that you know where to go for information, and you know how to do it quickly without wasting so much time, either stuck in your head because you're afraid you're not making the right decision, or you just don't know where to get the information. You just don't know how to do something, right? Isn't it always a balance, Lesley? It's so much about mindset.
It is. And if any designers are watching, there's conflicting information coming at you from all sides. Like, you can go out there and get any answer for any question and you don't feel any clearer. So I hope you will trust us, because it's working. I'm a working designer. I've been running my own business for 10 years. I made the 35%.
You made it. You made it. I mean, it is. And when I read that, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in my 10th year. And I'm not even close to shutting down. We're doing okay. We made it. And it's riding through the ups and downs, because there's always ups and downs. It is never a straight line up for anyone. I don't care who you're looking at on social media. If you think they went straight line up to success, you are wrong, right? I have not had a straight line to success. You have not had a straight line to success. So getting someone who can kind of jump you over some mistakes in decision-making is helpful. So if you're struggling, hop on my calendar for a one-off consult, and I can help you with some of these decisions that you're pending, or some of these questions that you have about how to run a successful interior design firm. Yeah. Okay, so we will see you next week. And don't forget, if you would like to submit a question for Lesley and I to answer on Thursdays in our Profitable Interior Designer broadcast here on every social media channel, you can go to the Interior Design Business Forum Facebook group. join. And at the top, there is a pinned post that you can submit questions that Lesley and I source our questions from there in order to answer for you. So did I miss anything?
We will change your name and you will not be revealed. So don't worry, be transparent. We want to hear what's really going on and what you're struggling with so that we can best support you and all the other designers that probably have the same challenge you do.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Lesley.